Alright guys, I want to give you a heads up. This vest came out last year, 2024, and I didn't feel quite right about releasing the video because we got it done a little on the later side. So I wanted to wait until this turkey season to release that. Now, with that being said, it is filmed as if I just bought it and used it just a tiny bit, but now I have a year with that vest under my belt. So check it out. I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to the Mobile Hunter. I'm Chris Leppert, and today I want to talk to you about the all-new FlyDown vest from Chief Upland. So earlier this year we were doing some research on some different vests, and we came across Chief Upland, and they had an option for their Upland vests, kind of doubling as a turkey vest. And while it looked like a cool idea, it just didn't look like it checked all the boxes. So we felt like we were actually going to go with some different options. We were looking at the tethered M2 and the Sitka turkey vest, which are both phenomenal options as well, especially for the guys that are running and gunning on public land and putting on a lot of miles. So Josh and I head down to the NWTF show, and we just happened to come across Chief Upland's booth down there, and we started talking to a nice lady who actually turned out to be the owner's mother, and she informed us that they had dropped a turkey vest. I was looking at the vest and I said, "Man, I don't remember seeing anything in Bottomland." And so she informed me that they had dropped a vest, and I tried it on, checked all the accessories out and everything, and tried the other vests. And man, for me and my needs, I just felt like this took the cake, hands down. All right, first we're going to go over the standard FlyDown vest, and we're going to talk about all the features. Then we'll get into all the possible accessories you can get, and we'll show you what we decided on. All right, so right out the gate, as you can see, this comes with the same colors that Jesus turkey hunted with, which is the mossy oak bottomland. There's no arguing that. That's a fact. So next, we'll move into the material, and this is briar-proof and waterproof 1000D Cordura. It's really good stuff, and when you put it on, you feel immediately how tough and rigid it is. Moving on, if you look basically anywhere on the vest, around the sides, up the front here, it's covered in MOLLE webbing. This helps you attach all kinds of cool stuff. You can get accessories from them, but you could also get some kind of mobile hunting accessories or things we don't even know about that you might know about that you can attach. So that's pretty cool. These buckles are really high quality, heavy duty plastic buckles that you would find on a Western hunting pack. And each strap has the Velcro containment here to keep your straps from all dangling down. The hip portion of the game bag actually has side pockets. You can stow your license in there. Feels pretty waterproof too. It's like the inside of a really good pack or a tent. Real nice zippers too, very smooth. But you can find those on both sides. The adjustability is pretty phenomenal. You can attach this buckle here, and then this buckle actually kind of stretches a little bit and really just form fits this sort of hip belt portion of the vest right to you. And then of course your chest buckles just make everything super comfortable and it helps everything ride where it needs to be. So on the upper back of the vest, you can actually see that there are pads that help keep you comfortable when leaning up against a tree. We turn this around here and take this up. You can see that you have actually very spacious pack. It's got a little pocket that the top kind of folds over itself to kind of self-contain things that are in there. And what's neat is, and I don't know this for a fact, but it looks like you basically have this little gated buckle that will, this dude's killing me. It'll hold your keys, and then you can drop your keys right down into this pocket here. And then this can hold like your wallet or any other things that you want to keep contained. And then if we unzip the pack portion, you get into the hydration reservoir here, and it actually has a place to put your water bladder, but also has really nice straps with really well done buttons on them that kind of route your hose around the pack or vest. Sorry, I always say pack. And then right to the front where you have this nifty little clip that holds your hose in place. So the pack is pretty nice and spacious. You can unzip it, store all kinds of different accessories in these pouches here, but also it's a pretty good place to store like a base layer, jacket, whatever. If you've got rain gear or something, you can zip it up halfway, shove that stuff down in there, and maybe you got a little extra padding as well. The game bag is expandable, so you've got these pieces of stretchy material here that help it expand a little bit in case you have like a pretty big bird or you have a decoy or two you want to stuff in there. So the other thing we should mention is this buckle here, and then these side loops are meant for the drop down seat, which you can see here. This does not come with the standard vest. It's an accessory. Highly recommend it. I used it in Texas over the weekend with a tethered fast pack, actually. I was bow hunting for turkeys for the most part. I didn't feel like a vest was an intelligent choice for bow hunting, so I took a pack instead. I used this to sit on. Thank God I took it. This is probably the best seat I've ever sat on. That sounds stupid, but it's better than any tree stand seat that I've sat on. So I think that speaks volumes as well. The other thing that I think would be pretty cool that we will show is I think you could attach a stealth rig light to the back of this, and then you could carry your bow and possibly even gun right on the back of your vest and not have to worry about putting it in a sling or anything like that. You literally need none of that. You just have the magnet, pops right onto the plate, and you're good to go. All right, so I want to talk to you a little bit about something that may or may not matter to you, but it does to me. Running the Mobile Hunters Expo with Josh and Rick and all the other guys, we deal with a lot of companies. We talk to a lot of people that bring products to market every year, and you kind of start having the ability to read people a little bit. And one of the things that I always look at is the attention to detail with someone's product and even their branding. When someone puts a lot of thought into the details of their product and their branding and then incorporates the branding within the product quite a bit, I feel like that's somebody that takes a lot of pride in what they're doing. Basically, they're going to have, I mean, you could probably run through all the people that you've dealt with, and if they have that, they probably have good customer service with good response time. They're probably going to get you taken care of and just really be there for you. So some of the details I wanted to go over were the branding on the back of the pack lid here. It says Chief Upland as their logo. Then if you look on the shoulder straps, they've got these loops here for your hydration hose, and those also say Chief Upland, which I'm a fan of. When you open this up and look at the routing straps for the hose. These buttons here say Chief Upland. I think it's really cool. The other thing that I will say is the zippers are phenomenal. And again, it's the little things, right? When you open this pack up, yeah, you can look at this material. We'll give you a close-up, but the material is covered in topographical lines. I'm a huge fan of topo lines, and again, I just think that speaks volumes about someone and how much they care about their product. Another thing I'd like to bring up is, again, the use of the phenomenal bottomland camo. I love mossy oak bottomland. I would have to say probably the vast majority of turkey hunters do. It screams turkey hunting and Southern tradition for my Southern boys. The other thing that I think we should hit on is the stitching is absolutely superb. It's very well done. So I don't want to sound like I'm being a fanboy or anything. I don't know Jake. I literally met him and talked to him technically twice. We actually, I forgot one of the accessories that I wanted to buy, which was the mouth call pouch that goes on the shoulder strap. We left their booth to go check out a couple of the other packs and talk to some other people about coming to our show, and we literally got to their booth as the show was closing down and they were packing up, and so we kind of rushed through ordering this. They got all their computers and stuff back out and assisted me, and they weren't short with me. They were better than I would have treated someone, because I would have been slightly pissed because I would want to get the hell out of there. So kudos to them for that. And then, the stitching is phenomenal everywhere, all over the thing. So I think it's really well done turkey vest. So let's get into some accessories. All right, let's go over some of the accessories and then we'll tell you what we ended up deciding on. So they have the modular flip down turkey seat, which is actually pretty cool. It attaches to the back and the sides of the pack, and you can quickly drop it right down, sit on it. If you need to move on a bird, you can attach it right back up. It's really slick. We'll show you how it works. Then you have the pot call pouch, which is pretty cool. One of the things I like about some of these accessories that they offer is you have the ability to, like, when you're hiking, you want to keep everything zipped up, you can keep it contained. But when you're sitting on the ground, you don't have to keep unzipping and zipping and unzipping. They've got this little piece of bungee cord here, and it just hooks right into there, so it keeps it closed for you. So that way you don't have to worry. And then if you need to get in there, you just simply pull it open and you can access the pouch. If we look inside, you've got some really cool features that really aren't offered very much to my knowledge. So the inside holds a couple of these pot calls. I actually just have my mouth call holder from Hunt 3D, and then I have a pretty slick little custom call from Crutchfield Custom Calls. That's kind of sentimental. But what's cool is your sentimental call that Papaw gave you, or whatever, can go right in here against some soft felt. It's really cool. And then you've got the same thing on this side. The other thing I think is pretty neat that they did on the bottom of this pouch is they have the rivet in there. So you screw up and get caught in a rainstorm, fall in a creek, whatever, it can drain pretty easily. And then the other side to that is you want to go use it for mobile hunting like I am. You can run doils through this. You can drop some milkweed through that. There's all kinds of different ways. Rivets are like the key to life, right? So I do want to go over, so I have this diaphragm call holder from Hunt 3D You can kind of see it has some space, like little spacing in there that holds your diaphragms. But I meant to order the diaphragm call pouch that goes on the front, but we were in such a hurry, like I was saying earlier, that I forgot. So this can go right in here. Next up, you've got the quick grab ammo pouch. It's magnetic, and again, details. Got the topo lines on there. Good branding on the leather patches, but same concept. You can keep it zipped up when you're running on a bird, moving around, hiking in, hiking out, whatever. And then when you sit down, you can keep it unzipped. And just, if you need to get in there, flip that up, reach right in. And what's cool is you have 4 little ammo slots on each side, and then way more than enough room for more ammo. With your gun loaded and 8 shells, I don't know how bad of a shot you are, especially if you're using TSS. And then again, on the inside, topo lines on that material, so really neat. Both of these also, I should have mentioned, have an outer front pocket here, so that's also something to note. And as you see on the back, they have the heavy-duty straps with the nice branded buttons that go right into the MOLLE webbing. The next accessory that I ended up getting is, they call it a water bottle pouch, but I feel like it's a coffee thermos pouch, a travel mug pouch. I like to listen to gobbles and drink coffee, and I already have a 2-liter water bladder in the back here. So this is actually pretty neat. This is my welfare thermos that you can see got destroyed. I'm going to go ahead and sand this down and probably get a bottomland dip kit and dip it in there. But you've got, I mean, there's not a lot to this. Attach it via the MOLLE right here in a perfect location, and then you've got your bungee cord. You can cinch it right down on your travel mug or thermos or whatever. So that's pretty neat. They also have a waterproof electronics pouch, so might be good for like a GPS, cell phone, etc. They have a waterproof ammo box, which is significantly bigger than this, I believe. I felt like this was more than enough for turkey hunting. And then you have a utility box pouch. And then, you know, the other things that they sell that you can get are the water bladder that goes inside. And then finally, one of the really cool accessories that I had to have, I feel like it's pretty important for safety, is they have this attachment that you just undo the Velcro here, and we'll show you how this attaches, but it basically goes on the back of your vest. So when you kill a bird or you're on some crazy pressured public, you want to walk out with some blaze orange on your back, you've got it. So keeps you safe. That way, if you got tail feathers sticking out and a red head sticking out somehow, little something to keep the crazy idiots from shooting you. So let's go over pros and cons after a year of using this thing. So I'm going to tell you pretty much the one con that I found, and it really isn't a big deal. On the inside of the vest pocket, there's these little plastic clips that kind of hold it together and keep the vest from unfolding and staying open and being bulky and flappy. One of those little plastic clips broke. I messaged Jake about this, and he had a new clip. I guess he had experienced failure with them before, or maybe just predicted it. However that went, I didn't pry for that information. I let him know the clip broke and had failed, and within a couple of days I had a newer, heavier duty, well-made plastic clip that replaced it. He actually sent me all the clips I'd need to replace them in the vest, and nothing has broken since. As far as the pros, so one, obviously it's a super well-made vest, but the seat kind of takes the cake. The seat should be carried on a pack. It should be carried on scouting missions for deer. That seat should be taken everywhere you go. It is phenomenal. It is firm enough to cushion around the tushin, if you will, but it's not so bad that it's like, uncomfortable. So I would highly recommend anybody that's getting this, check out that seat. And even if you're not going to buy the vest, go buy the seat and sit on it in your tree stand. It's phenomenal. So another thing I'll say is, having a year under my belt with this thing, traveled to Indiana, Texas, Ohio, obviously, where I live, and Kentucky, and it has held up. It's had a lot of miles put on it, and, as we all know, get up, sit down, run through God only knows what, get wet, dry out. It's held up, haven't had any stitches fail, nothing like that. It's pretty awesome. One thing that I'd like to see to sort of maybe upgrade it, better it, whatever, is on the very back. A couple little compression straps or something would be kind of cool. So you could maybe carry like a decoy or something. But other than that, it's a damn nice vest, and would really highly recommend it to people who are the vest type.